Costa is beside me watching The Lion King, and I'm just like, between this and I'm like looking over, I'm like, brother, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then I look over and he's like going like this. I'm like,
just true.
Jesse Murphy is a musician hailing from Port Dover, Ontario. You may know him from his main outfit, the Jesse Murphy Trio, which is a blues, funk, soul, and rock and roll band that was formed in 2015 and has been performing live all over Ontario ever since. You can catch them playing anything from Prince to the Rolling Stones to Stevie Wonder to Steely Dan. Jesse is also a current member of Fred Eaglesmith's band, the New Velvet Frogs.
Hey you, you're listening to Just True, Just True, Just True.
I don't understand what's going on here. The ones I find that do well on YouTube are art related.
okay.
So photographers, directors, things like that.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you might pop off. I guess that's just where artists are going.
Right.
I feel like more artists are maybe on YouTube
Yeah.
looking to learn stuff,
Yeah.
looking to learn how to play guitar. Or,
True.
right?
Good point. Yeah. I
don't
never
know.
thought of that.
That's my theory.
It's funny. Like we were just putting together like an IKEA, or it was like a trampoline or something like that for our kid. And my girlfriend was looking through the instructions, and I was just like, just YouTube it.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's a great idea.
Probably there.
Boom. And it's because then you get someone, they can show you what's going on, right? Like,
Yeah. Instead of product reviews, I bet you, there's got to be a channel. I can't be the only one that has thought of this, but just tutorials on how to build it. Just
Yeah.
have a YouTube channel dedicated to instructions.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
IKEA probably has their own YouTube channel.
So usually these companies like will put out a 2.5 minute quick.
okay.
So that's usually what I go for.
Okay.
But usually works out all right.
Yeah. And you're a dad.
I am.
How old's your kid?
She just turned 2.
Okay. So
January.
like new dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. First
Yeah.
kid?
Yep.
Okay. How's it going?
That's going great, man. It's going great.
As a freelance musician, that must be hard at times, I assume.
So yeah, it is, but it's also really nice because a lot of the times when regular or dads with regular jobs aren't really as present through the week, I'm kind of I work on the weekends. So sometimes it's hard to be gone all weekend, but I get to be home all week.
Yeah.
So it's
Is your girlfriend off on the weekends? Is that
so she works once on the weekend and once through the week right now.
okay? So you still have, because that's sometimes a problem I have with my wife is our days off don't align,
Yes. Yeah.
and it gets difficult.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I'm the weekend. I'm gone all weekend.
Yeah.
So I get to help through the week, which is really nice.
Well, that's cool. Reminds me of my dad because he was a shift worker.
Oh, okay.
He's
Yeah.
a paramedic. So, twice, 2 to 3 times a week, he'd pick us up from school, take us for lunch, or take us home and make us
Yeah.
lunch, and
Yeah.
pick us up from school, drop us off from school.
Yeah.
And most dads work 9 to 5. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I would always have a ride, and people are like, what the fuck? I'm like, my dad's off today. So,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Oh, cool. Because I know it must be hard for. Are you touring a lot? Because you're touring with Fred Eaglesmith, yeah?
Yeah. So what we've been doing with Fred is like playing select shows, which is kind of nice because what he used to do was like play 250 shows a year or whatever, right? Like he's known for just being a road dog, always out on the road. But yeah, it's been kind of nice because we'll just go out for the weekend, play, a couple shows, 2 or 3 shows, and then come home. So it's been kind of nice, go for the weekend, come home, and not away from home for too long. But you never know what's gonna come with those guys, though.
Yeah. What's the name of the band? It got me. I chuckled a bit.
It's the New Velvet Frogs.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
sick name.
Yeah, so coming up with that name, it was really funny actually because we were trying to think of a band name for so long, right? And the Velvet Frogs was the first band name that Fred tossed out there. And of course, we were all just like, no way, dude. Like, no way. That's crazy. And then, we tossed out a bunch more. And some of them were kind of sticking, but nothing was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah.
So we had trouble landing on the band name. And then Fred's wife, Tiff, was just like, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. Like, after sitting on it for a little bit, I think I like it. And then, yeah.
In my head, I'm just thinking of petting a really soft frog.
Yeah. So that's the cool thing too. It's like it's kind of like an ear catcher.
Yeah.
And he's always had those kind of band names, like he's always had it's been like
I don't know a lot about his background and history.
So he's had a few different renditions of his band. But he's always had like interesting names. Like it's always been like the Smokin' Losers or the Flying Squirrels or the Traveling Steam Show and stuff like that. Like always kind of like ear catching. And then, so with the Velvet Frogs, we looked it up and the Velvet Frogs was a band from like the 60s.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, let's just call it the New Velvet Frogs. And then
because you're the new Velvet Frogs.
Because we are the New Velvet Frogs. That is the truth. So, but yeah, landed on that band name and people seem to really like it. I don't know. Yeah. It's funny.
What genre of music are you playing?
With him?
Yeah.
So I'd say it's like alt folk music.
Okay.
Kind of Americana type style. But it branches out into some like rock and roll, like things get pretty heavy. One of the coolest parts about the show is that the dynamics of the show is great. So those guys like to rock it up quite a bit.
How big is the band?
It's 5-piece.
Okay.
So it's Fred and his wife Tiff and their son Blue and myself and my buddy Costa, who also plays in my band quite a bit now. He's the drummer. And so
he's good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I mean, your band's fucking sick.
Thank you, man.
I mean, I don't like to be biased, but you are my favorite band in the county. So.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Jesse Murphy Trio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, the last couple years, it's kind of been, people have been saying like, oh, I thought it was the trio. Because last couple years I've been doing 4-piece, sometimes 5-piece. And man, like once you add keys into the mix, it's just hard to go back. And I'm playing with some really, really great players now. And, I always have been playing with great players, but everyone is just really locked in. And it's just where I'm getting a really good sound right now. So
even the three of you guys seem super tight.
Yeah. Well, and we've always just been like, it always just came really organically. And everything just kind of fell into place nicely with those people.
The big difference I find between some bands and yours is I can tell that they don't practice a lot together. Yeah. It's a side thing. They probably all have full-time jobs and they do this once on the weekend or something like that. And they're great, but not, you can tell it's not as tight. And the first time I saw you guys, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this is like you could tour if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Which you have around Ontario, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's cool because when I play like with a trio, for instance, the bass player, Justin, and Costa is usually who I play with now. Those guys are full-time musicians, and Costa teaches through the week and then plays on the weekend, and Justin plays on the weekend, but he substitute teaches music.
Okay.
So you can tell that those guys are living it, because
It's constant.
Yeah, and when you play with them, it's just it feels like they're meant to be there and they want to be there, you know.
They're always sharp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't rehearse because we play every weekend.
Yeah.
So
I guess that is your rehearsal.
yeah, and it's like, you know, we don't treat it as such, of course, because we're trying to put on a show, but like we're just always, the chops are always up between the players because we're always just playing together.
So what happens if you want to introduce something to your set list, a new song?
Well, a lot of the times the players are good enough to just do their homework at home.
Okay.
And sometimes we'll go to a show and play the song for the first time together. Yeah, a lot of times.
Wild.
That sounds
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you play with people who are just like at a certain level of professionalism and skill level, I trust these people so much, right? If I didn't trust them, I would say, okay, let's get a rehearsal. Let's, you know, make sure everyone's on it. I don't have to do that, which is really nice. And I'm super grateful for that.
Are you ever nervous about doing it for the first time?
No.
No, it's just
man.
okay, another day.
Yeah, because like I know that if I'm on my shit, they're gonna be on theirs too. You know, I've never had any problems with it so far. And we're playing like some heavy tunes too. Sometimes like, I'll throw some stuff at them. Sometimes like, hey guys, we have a show in a couple weeks. Let's do Black Cow by Steely Dan, and it's a song with like 1 million chords in it, but it doesn't matter. I just know that they're going to be good.
Yeah. And even if you slip up, I'm not going to notice.
Exactly.
I'm not a musician.
Yeah.
Maybe some other musicians will notice, but they'll be like,
yeah.
oh, he covered that so beautifully.
Yeah. Unless the room is full of musicians, you're good unless you really fumble it, but it doesn't really happen too much. And if your band's really good, that's what we're all there for. If someone falls, you just pick the other guy up.
Cover each other.
Totally.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
So how do you practice for a new song? Are you just like playing at home to a click track or?
So there's a few different ways to do it. Sometimes I do utilize YouTube. I'll try and do as much as possible from like by ear. I feel like that's usually how it's retained the best. But yeah, sometimes I'll use YouTube to like look up some of the chords that some people are using, or I'll use like Ultimate Guitar to have some kind of reference. And yeah, and then just kind of run it to the track just off of Spotify. The other tricky thing too is like sometimes we change the keys of the songs, so you can't play along to anything, just because sometimes the key of the song is like too high to sing or something like that, so we have to transpose it. But
what's your reason for changing the key?
Usually just to be able to sing it better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because your voice hits certain notes?
Exactly.
Well? Okay.
And like, man, when you're playing like Prince and Michael Jackson,
Hi.
it's a friggin' tall order, man. So sometimes we have to drop it down a half step or a full step sometimes.
What's that? There's a term for that. I think Justin Timberlake sings in that. Is it falsetto?
Oh, falsetto. Yeah.
Is Michael Jackson considered falsetto?
He does a lot of he switches it up. So does Prince.
Okay. So is
But
Prince.
they're both really, really good at falsetto. So I try my best.
Okay. Because some artists that's their whole career. It's just falsetto. Like
Totally.
the Weeknd.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the Weeknd's really good,
Yeah.
but I get bored of him because I
Kind of like a softer touch to it, right?
higher pitch. But the problem is all of them are that,
Right. Yes.
which is his vibe.
Yeah.
And he's really good. Like he's really talented.
Yeah.
And I can listen to a bunch of his songs and be like, this is
Yeah.
fucking sick. But after 10, 15 Weeknd songs, I'm like, whoa, okay, let's
fair.
move on here.
Yeah, totally. I did really like that first album he came out with. I forget what it's called now, but yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Good Canadian boy.
Did you watch the Grammys? I assume.
No.
No?
No, I
just
didn't.
figured.
I've seen clips though.
Okay.
You know what? Like,
Does it even matter?
as much of a music person as I am, I have maybe watched the Grammys once, maybe.
I gotta say, I'm a movie person, but I don't always watch
same
the
actually.
Oscars. Oh,
Yeah.
you're into movies? Okay, we're gonna dive in later.
Yes, let's do that.
I mean, we don't have to stick to music topics. We also want to talk about popsicles and stuff, but
Yes, all the good stuff.
all the good stuff. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Grammys. So The Weeknd performed,
Yeah.
and apparently he said that he wanted to boycott the Grammys permanently because of representation and multicultural problems and whatever that term they use is, DEI or something like that.
Yep.
And then I guess they changed a bunch of stuff, and then he did a surprise performance.
Oh wow.
It was, in my opinion, not good, but
Okay.
I don't know.
He didn't crush it.
It was all right.
Yeah, I didn't watch
And
it.
I think the guy rapping with him was it was just like a voiceover. Like I could tell it wasn't actually.
Oh,
But he wasn't
so
hiding
little
it.
lip syncing going on.
He wasn't hiding it either, though.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, people lip sync, man. There's a time and a place for it. I feel like.
I know if it's highly performative and you're out of breath.
Yeah.
Or oftentimes the track will be low and then you come in and your mic's louder. But it's your voice is always kind of there in the track, I've noticed on some performances.
Who was the dude who did that flip off the grand piano?
Oh, Benson Boone.
Yeah,
that's
I
his
always
name.
see reels of him doing flips on all his.
That was insane. And it didn't seem like he was lip syncing, right?
No, I don't think he was. It was just this one guy, but he was like auto-tuned rapper,
Right.
kind of trap style stuff. Yeah. Not that there's nothing wrong with trap. I just think it's terrible.
It's not my go-to, but I don't hate it.
Some of it's like I don't mind some songs where they're featured like Future and like those kind of guys. But like I have one friend
song that's them.
Bro,
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
one friend that'll just put trap on for the whole car ride. I'm like, bro, if you don't change this, I'm gonna jump out the fucking door. Just crawl out the window.
That's another one of those things. It's like I can do it, but I like who can listen to a whole album of that? That's what I don't understand.
My buddy. Shout out to
sure.
Jordan. He listens to my podcast. He puts them on his TV and he snaps me. Listen to the podcast. Shout out, Jordan. I'm glad you like trap. I'm glad. I just don't.
Sounds like he's pretty good at trolling too.
A master at trolling. He's a master troller.
Gotta have those guys.
Yeah, love him to death. But he likes. I feel like his hobby is arguing. He's a good arguer.
Yeah, he always wins.
No, not with me at least.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just hit him with facts.
Oh yeah. That's what you have to do, right?
Yeah, unless it's sports. He's quite the expert at
Yeah.
sports. That's outside of my wheelhouse. But
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I watched the Grammys for the first. I don't ever watch the Grammys, but
Yeah.
apparently that Benson Boone guy who jumped off the piano, that song he just put out as like a TikTok chorus. Like it wasn't even a full song. He just kind of came out with like
that big one?
yeah.
That big song?
Yeah. And then people were like, you got to make this into a full song. And he only had like, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds.
Song blew up huge, eh?
Yeah. Huge.
Really, really big.
He's only 22.
Really?
I was
Holy
looking him up.
shnikes,
He's only 22. He was one of those TikTok guys, you know, sort of like Mendes. Shawn Mendes was a Vine star.
Oh.
That's how he blew up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was a Vine
didn't know that.
star and then just gained traction that way.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Vine. Wow.
Remember Vine?
Holy.
Because we're around the same age, I think. Yeah.
How old are you?
30.
Okay. I'm 33.
Okay. You look very young.
Thank you.
You look very young.
That's
So
I will
like,
take it.
always good to
Wait, when
hear.
you told me you had a kid, and I was like, is this a teenage
Already?
father here? Yeah,
Yeah.
you look very young. I get that as well, too. I get ID'd still.
I should have asked you how old you thought I was.
25.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you have a very young face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too weathered? All this rock and roll?
No, not too weathered.
Okay, good.
I get that, too. I get people tell me I have a baby face.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you do.
People, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it, though.
that's, hey, man, own it.
Yeah, because when we get into our 40s, and we're going to be looking great.
You're going to look amazing and everyone's going to look like they're 60.
Mm-hmm. And we both still got hair. Wait, all three of us got a full
Yeah,
head of
yeah,
hair. It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, you got a lot of hair.
Oh, it's a lot to maintain sometimes.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you-
there for a bit and I had to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
You know.
Drew's rocking the man bun.
Yeah, it was fun. I miss it, but
You look.
showering and
I
stuff.
know,
It's,
it's-
like washing the hair.
It can be a
is-
mission sometimes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
drains just always getting clogged.
Yeah, there's hair on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend loves that.
It's
Shout
the
out, Meg.
worst. And I'm the one that has to clean the drain.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah. You ever
get the
clean a
pleasure of that?
shower drain?
It's not great. It's not great.
It's
You,
nasty.
you ever have to stick one of those snakes down a drain?
Oh yeah, that's nightmare.
Man,
for
come
people
on.
sometimes. Yeah.
No one should ever have to do that.
No.
No, I think they should take prisoners out and punish them.
Yeah. Go
today,
snake the drain.
today we're doing a field trip, and you need to clean all 100 homes' drains.
Just go through the subdivisions one by one.
Ugh. I just got shivers down my spine.
Yeah, no, that's
drain snake is
wild.
here.
I'm surprised they don't like gain consciousness and crawl out of the drain.
Yeah.
Start terrorizing neighborhoods. These hair monsters.
Yeah, exactly. What comes out of there looks like it's living sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
A
Yeah.
dead rat in there.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, long hair. So you were saying you were playing hardcore in a hardcore band?
Yeah.
As a sort of a side thing?
Yeah,
And now when you say hardcore, what do you mean? Are we talking like metal?
yeah.
Okay. All right. So you need the long hair.
Yeah, exactly. I actually play drums in that band.
No shit.
Yeah.
Because you're predominantly guitar.
Yeah, so a lot of people think of me as like the bluesy, funky guitar guy, which I guess I am that too. But I wear a whole bunch of hats, man.
No,
Yeah.
as we were talking, and I was like, "Shut up, Jesse. We need to talk about this on a podcast."
Yeah, for sure.
Just juggling a lot.
Well, I've been in a metal band since I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that like your initial attraction to the music? Was metal and rock?
Yeah, I think that there was a point in time in my life where like I only listened to metal really, and I thought everything else but the Beatles was lame. So
Do you still think the Beatles are lame?
no, I thought everything but metal and the Beatles was lame.
and the Beatles.
Yeah.
I understand.
Best band of all time.
Beatles?
Yep.
Okay.
But but back in the days, like I think I listened to like, you know, I liked all different kinds of metal. I liked like Tool and Pantera and stuff like that. And I still do really love that music. But I like the newer stuff at the time, which was like Norma Jean, The Chariot, Every Time I Die, Amir, like those kinds of like really, really heavy bands.
Yeah.
But a lot of the music as well that I liked was this like Southern Ontario metal scene, which was bands like Holly Springs Disaster. They're from out west though, but they played a lot in Southern Ontario, and like Dead and Divine, Straight Reads a Line, like all of these bands from this area.
You ever heard of a band called Luthero?
No.
No. It's a band friend I went to in high school with.
Okay.
And occasionally I shoot music videos for them, but
Nice.
I don't listen to metal at
Right.
all.
Right.
Not my genre, but I do shoot their music videos occasionally. But a female vocalist.
Oh, sick. Love
and
that.
he's described the genre to me. It's not quite like there's a little bit of head banging and moshing and
Yep.
stuff, but it's you know, she does like I don't know what you call it, like the throat sing, like the
Screaming?
screaming.
Yep.
But then she can just boom, all of a sudden shift and hit these insane fucking notes. And
Yeah.
the lungs on this girl are insane.
Yeah.
Insane. But
Yeah. I think a big thing with the Southern Ontario kind of metal scene was that a lot of it was really melodic.
I would say this is a little melodic.
Yeah. So that's my best friend and I are in the band together along with another great friend of ours. And my best friend's name is Brandon, and him and I write the majority of the music. And we really like mixing super heavy and dirty with beautiful melodies.
Nice.
So if you check out my Instagram story, I posted like a clip.
Yep.
I was just like,
You want to pull that shit up?
I was just sitting on my sitting at my studio, and I just took a clip of my studio monitor and just press play, and it's actually kind of a cool mix.
Is this on your Instagram?
Yeah, this is it here.
Is it muted?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
at the
top
top
there,
here.
top right. Start it over.
I know they never
come
really
on.
designed it for that, like ever.
There it is. It's heavy.
That is heavy.
I need this for the gym.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've heard.
wanna start-
That's not the first time I've heard that, but
See, I can listen to this though.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Some heavy stuff to that.
yeah. So that's our. We find a lot of joy in that. It's
What's the band name?
so we're called Living Patterns.
Living Patterns.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like it.
Shout out. You
Shout
can
out to
follow
Living
us
Patterns
on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Living Patterns on Instagram. If you like metal
Yeah.
music, go support Jesse and his
Yeah.
side passion project. So this is more of a side thing you said because you're doing a lot of touring with Eaglesmith and you
Yeah.
have the trio.
Yeah,
and-
exactly.
Which is now a 5-piece.
Yeah.
Which is
So
that's awesome.
Living Patterns. We're working on putting out a couple singles, and
Sweet.
then we've got an album that's like demoed and everything. So,
original music.
all original.
Because I know the trio, it's a lot of covers.
mostly covers.
Yeah. Okay. And
So-
Eaglesmith is original.
all
Yeah.
original.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's the thing with Fred is like he's got a million tunes, so he doesn't really need to, or I'm sure want to play any covers, because he's been doing it for like so long. So when people come to the shows, they want to hear his tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't know his history. I know his status and stuff, and I know he's well known, and I know he's
Yeah.
been around for long. Is he from here?
So he's from a place near Grimsby called Caister Center,
Okay.
but he's lived in Port Dover for like
A long time.
years. Yeah.
Because he used to play at David's constantly, and I know he's played at the winery, and he's played all over.
Yeah, he used to play at the theater.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like he's one of those guys that's like he's got a list of amazing things that he's done, you know what I mean? Like he's played at the Grand Ole Opry, he's played David Letterman, he's had songs cut by like Alan Jackson and Toby Keith, like
Wow.
top level country artists, you know.
Wow. And he's still going hard.
Yeah. Yeah, he stopped there for a little bit, and yeah.
He played on Letterman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, crazy,
Wow.
man. You can't even play Letterman anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's
So-
really cool.
Huh. What was his what was his like era? What was his peak? When was he popping off?
I think probably in the 90s.
In the 90s?
Yeah.
Okay. And he was playing kind of the similar type of music then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, he's kind of done similar things that some other artists that have been doing it for a long time have done, is like he has kind of like albums that cater more to different genres.
Okay.
So he's got like a bluegrassier album. He's got like there's an album called Cha Cha Cha. It's like kind of, there's some bossa stuff on there.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
So when you get to that point in your career, it's like John Mayer. He's like known for being like a pop singer, but then he put out a blues album.
Yeah.
And then he put out like kind of like a country folk album.
Yeah.
And then, so it's,
Oh,
you get to a point and you just do what you want to do, right?
Yeah. I think it was somebody was announcing some award at the Grammys, and that was one thing they said was who was this?
Post Malone.
Oh, I think it was Taylor Swift, actually. She was saying, maybe it was, I can't remember, but they were saying about how all these categories are genres, right? But she's never really liked the idea of a genre because clearly she shifted from country to pop.
Totally, yeah.
And to, never really get fixated on getting stuck in a genre.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is Post Malone was, he was rapping and stuff, and then Now
Yeah.
my mom is like, "Oh, Post Malone, I love that guy."
Well,
Yeah.
and do you know his background? Metal music.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was a
Yeah.
hardcore kid.
Oh.
He was a bassist, right?
Was he? I don't know.
Maybe it was guitar, but he played in like heavy metal bands.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
And like one of his favorite bands is Nirvana.
Yeah.
And Billy Strings is the same way. Like he's like this crazy, amazing bluegrass dude, but he was a scene kid. He liked like all those like screamo bands back in the day. Yeah.
Oh.
Like he was the guy who like had his bangs cut in front of his face with like all black,
Yeah.
you know, like that kind of
Classic.
Life's
Yeah, that's-
depressing, black
yeah.
shadow makeup in the eyes. And
I know all about it, man.
did you used to do that?
I was never really
Like full emo?
I wasn't like no. I was just a scene kid. So I was just like
What is scene?
so there's like there's all the,
Do we have to
talking about
look this up?
subgenres, eh?
And
There's like
is this like, how do you spell this?
just like scene
Like a scene in a
yeah,
movie? Okay.
yeah.
A scene kid. Oh.
So it's like different than goth.
I knew a bunch of people in high
But that's the
school.
thing, like I never did the whole like
It's
dye the hair and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. I
It's
liked
like
all
a-
the music though, I'll tell you that much.
it's a bit punkish.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
It's like punk goth kind of.
Exactly. It's like
Bit
kind
more
of a
Hello
off,
Kitty than.
it's like an off branch of like goth.
Oh, here you go. Go to the top right.
Ish.
Emo versus scene. Yeah, that one. What does it say? Emos are shy, scenes are more social. Emo's hair is long and covering one eye. Scene used to have weird haircuts, and usually you can't see their eyes.
Yes.
Hoodies is emo. Tightest clothing ever is scene. Although it says tight pants here. Obsession with band leaders is emo. Scene is obsession with MySpace queens.
Okay.
This is funny. MySpace addiction, emo is blog addiction.
So
That's hilarious.
so when my best friend who's in Living Patterns
Yeah.
and the other guy that's in Living Patterns, another really good friend of ours, Gage, the three of us were in a band back in the day, in like the late 2000s.
Okay.
So it was kind of weird. Like the band broke up, and then my buddy and I got together, and we were just jamming. And back in the day, we would do this thing where, like, if the guys were on break, I would go and play the drums because I was the guitar player in the band. So I would go and play drums, and he was the bass player. He would grab the guitar, and we would just jam if people were on break or whatever. So we wrote like half of a song, like in probably 2010. And then I think it was like 2016 or 17 or something like that. He came over and we were jamming, and I was like, hey, do you remember that old song we used to play? And he was like, yeah, I think I do. So we played it, and then we ended up writing the rest of it. And then we ended up writing 4 other tunes. We're like, and this is after like maybe 6 or 7 years of not doing it. And I didn't really listen to metal through that time. But it just kind of like,
Found a flow.
yeah, found a flow. And it was like, because we had built up all this musical chemistry that it just happened really organically. And we just kept writing tunes, and we're like, okay, I guess we're back in a metal band. And then one of the old promoters who used to book us all the time randomly reached out to me and was like, hey, I need a band for this Christmas show I'm putting on in Guelph. Like, are you guys, what's the deal with you guys? I was like, we could probably throw something together. And we did, and it was really fun. And then we just kept going.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where do you, when you write music, where do you even start? Do you just have like a riff sometimes or a chorus in your head? I'm always curious.
It depends on what kind of music I'm writing for.
Okay.
But because right now I'm actually working on some original music of my own, which is kind of in the vein of like soul, R&B.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love R&B.
It's like one of my favorite kinds of music of all time, man.
Same.
I was just listening to Marvin Gaye on the way over here.
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's funny. Yeah. The other day I was at my girlfriend's mom's house and we were just hanging out, and she was like, oh, maybe throw some music on. I was like, all right. So Marvin Gaye was like the first thing that came to my mind, and I just put on I think it was his album Let's Get It On or something like that, and that's the first song on the album, and I've heard it so many times. I just went to the second song. I never listened to the album before, and the second song was so fucking good that I was literally just sitting there with those guys just being like, oh man, this is so good. And then Mag's just like, what? Like, what's going on? I was like, nothing. I'll listen to this later. I'll really enjoy this in the studio later. And then, so yeah, I've just been hammering that album.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I have to look it up.
Oh, it's so good, man. Yeah. I was just saying a couple days ago, I was like, I think the two sexiest singers of all time are Marvin Gaye and Prince.
And Prince.
I just can't think of anyone who like does like just sexy better than those dudes. I don't know. I could be tripping. There could be someone I can't think of off the top of my head, but those guys just.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, modern day, is Bruno Mars a stretch?
No, not at all, man. Not at all.
I would say he's almost like a modern day version of that
totally,
genre.
Man. I think he's like a modern day, yeah, kind of like Michael Jackson, Prince type style.
And he really switched because I don't like his old music. Like when I was in high school,
yeah, it's
and
really pop, right?
Yeah, like Catch a Grenade. Oh, catch a grenade. I'm like, this is fucking annoying.
Yeah,
and then he come out with like
it's cheese.
Uptown Funk.
Yeah,
and
amazing,
I was like,
right?
whoa, what the fuck is this?
Have you heard his album 24 Karat Magic?
Yes.
Like the whole album is
one of my favorites.
Amazing, man.
And that's my mom's favorite too.
Oh,
she
really?
loves Bruno. And I was trying to like figure out how to like, well, she's gonna hear this now, but like take her to a show. But he's too far away right now. He's not coming around here. And he's got a residency in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
But then I was in Vegas last year for my own 60th, but he didn't start yet. So we missed it.
Oh,
he started after.
The timing was off.
Timing was off. But,
Yeah, because have you heard Silk Sonic?
Silk Sonic.
Yeah, that's his band with Anderson .Paak.
I fucking love Anderson .Paak.
Hey, you got to check that out if you haven't.
What?
Oh,
I didn't know they had a thing together.
Yeah, it's called Silk Sonic.
Can you pull this up?
And
we just can't play too much of it, like 10 seconds. Maybe.
It's a really nice nod to old Motown. Oh, look at even the way that they're dressed, right? Like
Anderson .Paak has such a, I don't know what it is. Like is it raspy?
Yeah.
Like this raspy voice.
Totally, man.
He's
amazing drummer too.
He's amazing. Wow. I want to play just like 10 seconds. I don't want to get removed. Is there Silk Sonic anywhere?
Yeah, this is.
Is it not playing? Oh, what the fuck? Refresh it, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, is that Silk Sonic?
No, that was.
Oh, I was gonna say I know that
was
song.
Kendrick, but this is just doesn't want.
Oh yeah, I was on the Kendrick train yesterday.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, he won a bunch of. I fucking love Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, he won like 4 Grammys, right?
Yeah, as he should. But
yeah, he's a beast. Go to.
I'm just gonna go to YouTube.
Okay,
that's fine.
Yeah, hit that. Leave the door open and just like fast forward it, like. Oh man, come on!
That's good.
Oh,
the harmony.
Oh, it's amazing. Those two dudes together is a gruesome twosome.
Yeah, because like Bruno writes that kind of melody,
yeah,
and then Anderson .Paak likes to rap to that kind of melody.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's like a perfect.
And I think
fit.
like both of their roots are in like old soul music, right?
Yeah.
So it's a great pairing.
That's why I really like one of my favorite artists is Mac Miller, who I get the most upset about. Anytime his music plays, I'm like, so good, but I get really sad.
Yeah.
But especially his newer albums before he died was kind of, I don't know, along those lines.
His Tiny Desk concert is one of my favorite ones.
Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he just started rapping to like all this, like that style, like very soul, R&B, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think, that song Dang with Anderson .Paak on it. Oh man, that song is Very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric actually got me into Anderson .Paak because when I used to
okay.
print a lot for the folk,
Yeah.
we'd listen to all sorts of music, and my music would collide with his music.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to Anderson .Paak. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is Anderson .Paak. I was like,
Yeah.
I've never heard this guy before.
Yeah.
And I was already listening, to Kendrick and Drake and all these people, and
Yeah.
I was really into that. So
Could never get on the Drake train. I don't know why. I've tried like a few times.
I got
not
into
that I don't
him.
like it, but
I got into him in 2016 when Views came out. And I
Okay.
was actually going to school in Toronto, and he was like
okay.
the shit.
Yeah.
He was the sixth god.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
at the university, everybody fucking loved Drake.
Yeah.
This was obviously before the whole Kendrick stuff, but
Yeah. Before he got
sort of canceled. In my opinion, he canceled himself. I'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
But I'm like a huge Drake fan. Love Drake. I've been to his concert with Ash. And that's when Views came out. But I wasn't really into him prior to that. Because he had, the previous albums, that's what launched him. Well, then there's Degrassi, but and most of the Drake fans don't like Views. Is because he went to a switch and he went to almost like a Caribbean style rhythm.
Okay.
But people are like, oh, he shouldn't do that. He's not from there. He's assimilating or whatever.
Right.
But it's like, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes you want to move.
Yeah. For sure.
And it kind of has like this groove to it. And I'm like, I don't know. I like old style rap, but I'm not like hardcore rap.
Right.
Like Biggie, Tupac, yes, but nothing too hardcore. And maybe that's just my thing. I don't listen to too much hardcore of any genre, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I really got into that. And then
Yeah.
and then he came out with some albums after that were kind of hit or miss for me. And then this whole shit with Kendrick.
Yeah.
But I know Kendrick's a better rapper.
Of course.
Kendrick's a better lyricist. Lyricist?
Yeah.
Lyricist.
Yeah.
And Drake, I think, is a better producer and a better at like branding himself.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, like, Drake would never release an album like To Pimp a Butterfly.
No. It's
There's
too out
no
there.
way. Exactly.
Yeah, and it's like he's trying to hit all of like this what's gonna pop.
Yeah.
Whereas Kendrick's like, I'm writing from my own life, my own heart,
exactly.
and like all the social issues in the world.
Yeah.
And he writes about like gang violence and just fucked up shit. And Drake's like, I don't know, raps about being at the club and getting bitches and like,
Exactly.
which hits, which will hit, and
A lot of people can relate to that, I guess.
not me.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I like Kendrick, because I can sit down and listen to his music, and the music is really good. There's lots of really good melody, but
He's
like
telling
you
a story.
said, yeah, exactly. It's all about that. That's why I like Biggie and Tupac so much, because when you listen to their music, you're thinking of the images that they're
Yes.
talking about, and I think that that's like super important. Like Nas is like that, and yeah, there's a lot of I like hip hop a lot too, actually.
Yeah, I think my number one genres are probably hip hop, R&B, rap, and then I like rock, but specific rock.
Okay,
like the kind of stuff that you like to play.
right, yeah,
nothing more modern. I don't really like modern rock. I don't know.
me either. Creed's kind of been hitting lately.
Creed's been popping. Creed's
Holy
been
man,
circulating.
they're so back, it's insane.
Have you seen the guy drawing on his wall about this? Okay, so 6 feet here and then 6 feet, and he's like doing the math.
yeah, right.
I was like, oh, this guy makes sense. He was, okay, so he's like only thinking about dropping off a 6 foot ledge, or
Yeah. You're gonna be good, man. I promise.
can you try and find that?
That's good.
YouTube?
Maybe
I don't even know
Instagram or Google even, or chat. Chat GPT might help you. Put a guy breaks down Creed 6 feet. I don't know, something like that.
Guy breaks down Creed 6 feet from the edge. Let's go, man.
Oh my God. Oh, there's another clip I gotta show you. Fuck.
I think I got a YouTube. I don't know what chat GPT is gonna.
All right. I don't know if you'll find it. It was an Instagram reel. Oh, you know what? I sent it to my cousin is really likes to joke about Creed, and we'll just put it on at parties because he likes the whole mumble But I sent him this clip. I'm pretty sure I sent him this. Give me 1 second. And then the other clip I saw was a Filipinos, man. Have you seen Filipinos sing? Filipinos, I think if there was like an Olympics for singing, Filipinos would dominate. And
Wow.
I've seen like a male Filipino sing identically, like you would think it was Celine Dion. And I saw another guy do Creed the other day, and
Oh,
if
man,
you
I think I've
close your
seen that.
eyes, you actually think it's Creed, and it's just this Filipino guy sitting on like a white plastic chair with a mic.
I think I've actually seen that one
It's-
of that dude doing Creed.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find. I'm gonna find this. If I find it, I will send it to the podcast Instagram, I guess.
Creed coming up on this podcast was not on the bingo card. Eh?
If I knew, I would have saved this clip.
If you bet $1 billion that Creed was going to come up, you would be rich.
Creed is trending though. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah.
I can't find it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah.
That is good.
It's amazing. Meryl. He's got it down, man. Holy
crazy
man,
thing is-
wow.
That is good.
Some of these Filipinos don't even speak English.
Right, exactly.
So they're just like
Yeah.
memorizing.
doesn't even know what he's saying.
Memorizing. Yeah,
Just having a good time.
That's
rocking out.
insane. There's
Yeah,
another one I
that's
saw
really
a guy
good.
doing Celine Dion, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. That's another tall order.
Filipinos can sing
Yeah,
wish I
that's
could
wild.
and hit those like
You
falsettos.
can, man.
No,
Just
I've
keep,
tried.
Keep at her.
Yeah, I gotta take lessons.
Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah.
Did it come naturally to you, singing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say so. Yeah,
Do you think it's something you can learn if it doesn't?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that can stop you is being tone deaf, and I feel like that's kind of a rare thing for people to be absolutely
tone deaf?
completely tone deaf. Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I would be, but I know if there's a wrong chord.
yeah. So then you're not.
Okay. I know if something's off.
Yeah,
Okay. Like I think I would know if something's in like the wrong key. I just don't know what the key is.
the coolest thing about singing to me is that everyone can do it. Like everyone has a voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Preach.
And, yeah, and everyone's sounds a little different, which is really cool too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your voice, if you sing, is your own. You know?
Yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's harder to convey emotion through an instrument than it is a voice.
For sure.
Because people like, even if you're not a singer, you're a human, so you use your voice every day. So when you hear someone else use theirs in a way that makes you feel something, I think it just hits a little bit harder.
Like if you're singing in the song and you can like feel the hurt. Like you can feel them hurting
Totally.
when they're singing that, if it's like a sad
Yeah.
song or something like
S-
that.
One of my friends, Aaron Musselman, he has the Neighborhood Food Emporium in Port Dover. It's a new restaurant.
Mhm.
Shout out.
I haven't been in, but I've driven past it.
Yeah, best sandwiches ever.
Hell yeah.
But he was just telling me a story the other day about David Crosby going into, I think it was David Crosby. I
Okay.
hope I'm not. It was one of the Crosby, Stills, and Nash guys. And he went into the studio to record a song, and on the way to the studio or something, he got a call that his girlfriend had passed away. She died. And he got to the studio and he was like, no, I want to still cut the song. So, I forget what song it is. I'll text it to you.
Okay.
But you can hear it in his voice. Like he's like belting this and he like breaks down a little bit and like it's just you feel that. You
He's pouring himself
yeah,
into it.
exactly. He's totally like all the emotions instead of just like crying or talking about it, or he's just singing it.
Yeah.
And really, really, really crazy circumstance. But he decided to make art out of it.
That's
really cool.
hard.
Really cool.
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that, but I'm also not a musician.
I honestly don't think I could either, but makes for an unreal story.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Dang.
On that note,
Heavy stuff.
on that
I'm gonna
note-
get a beer in me right now.
Hell yeah.
That's a good call.
I also realized I left all the best parts of the Caesar over there and my bacon and stuff, but maybe I'll get that after. I like this. This gin Caesar is great.
Oh, it's so good.
You
made a nice
not,
one.
It's not overpowering either.
No,
I don't think.
it's perfect.
Yeah. Next, I got to try the tequila one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Also help yourself. This is doubles as a fridge.
Thank you.
This is my
Appreciate it.
my talking piece of the podcast.
That is a great table.
Right?
That is
Speakers,
a great table.
fridge.
Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
Come on, man.
The only thing it's missing is like something to heat your drink or something to keep your drink cold. That would have been
okay.
because it's tempered glass, so you could definitely do that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely overpriced, but I got it for like $1,000 off. So
Hey,
Steal of a deal.
steal of a deal.
steal of
Excuse
a deal.
me, steal of a deal.
You made $1,000 buying it.
Well, I also spent $1,000. That's where they get you. You're like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
saving, right? No, you're still spending.
You're still spending, just not as much.
Spending.
Girl math.
You want to know what helped me the most was Jesse. He was telling me the way to think about money is like you have to spend time to get money,
Right.
correct? So when you purchase something, don't think about spending money. Think about spending your time.
Right.
So when you purchase something, you're giving away your time to buy that thing because you had to put time in to get that money.
How hard did I have to
So-
work?
So how much time do you want to put into buying that
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want to buy that you don't really need?
They do say time is money, right?
Time is money,
Yeah.
especially in this world.
Man.
And so you're full. Are you still doing the popsicles?
So
Popsicles.
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
You mentioned something at the beginning. Like,
Yeah.
We're going to talk about
You remember the popsicles that used to sell at Mustard and Relish?
Yes.
That's Jesse.
yeah,
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I can't take full credit.
And your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Beach Day Pops.
Beach Day Pops.
Yeah.
That was it.
So it was Park Street Pops, and then we spread our wings from Park Street. But yeah, we didn't do we did it the first year that our daughter was born, and it was a lot.
Got too hard.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we decided, hey, let's not do that to ourselves again. And we're like, okay, we're going to take a break. And I think it's probably something that we'll bring back when she's a little bit older, maybe. It's just a lot to juggle.
2-year-old's a lot.
Yeah. 2-year-old alone can be a lot sometimes.
I have 2 nieces. They're
Oh, okay. Yeah.
6 and 3.
Yeah.
7 and 4, 6 and 3. Fuck, I should know this. But holy shit.
Yeah, man.
I've watched them overnight
Yeah.
before. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it is the best thing ever, though. You know what I mean? Like every single day, we're both just like, "Holy, we love this kid so
Yeah,
much." It's
she's
crazy.
probably excited. Oh, Dad, when you get home, right?
Yeah,
So it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's great.
Like even at first they couldn't say Drew, so they're like, Uncle Do, and I'm like, oh my God, my
Yeah.
heart, come
Yeah,
here.
makes you melt, right?
Yeah, you just want to squeeze
yeah,
him.
yeah, exactly. Like when I go away for the weekend, I cannot wait to get home and
Oh, that's
just
sick.
get a nice big hug.
That's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's down the pipeline for me. I just gotta get my ducks in a row first.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. It's I think it's like one of like the elite feelings you can feel in life.
Yeah.
I know I haven't felt them all, but like,
You're richer than any billionaire.
yeah, man, it's just, you feel, it just makes you think different. It makes you feel different. It just like gives you a completely new perspective on life, you know?
Well, even seeing my nieces grow up, it is strange. It's strange seeing someone being born and then
Yeah.
growing up.
Yeah.
'Cause
Into
you
a
never
little
get-
person, right?
You never get to see that when you're a kid or a teenager. You don't notice it.
Yeah, exactly.
But when you have a niece or a kid or whatever, and you like see them from start to wherever they are now, it's like you see everything develop. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a wild one, man.
Yeah, and then you like think about other people. It's like,
Yeah.
everybody was that at some point.
I know exactly. Yeah, it's trippy, man.
Has it made you a little more compassionate towards other people? Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it's made me a little bit more compassionate. It's made me a little bit more empathetic, a little bit more sensitive. I like get teared up about shit now.
Yeah.
It's like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just noticed that like shit makes me feel way more like
like a movie might hit differently now. Like a scene in a movie.
Totally, man. So
Yeah.
we were talking about movies earlier, and my favorite director is Stanley Kubrick, and one of
good shit.
one of my favorite movies is Barry Lyndon. And there's a scene in the movie where they have a kid and he grows up and he's about like 8. And they get him his own horse, his own pony. And his dad basically just tells him like, hey, this is yours, but you can't ride it without any supervision. And of course he does and falls off and he ends up dying.
The kid?
Yeah. And spoiler, sorry.
Grim.
Great, really, really good movie. But the first time I watched it, I didn't have a kid. And the second time I watched it, I did have a kid, and that hit different the second time. And I just watched it for the third time on the plane back from California, and it's like, man, yeah, this makes me feel way more. And then as I'm watching this movie, my buddy Costa is beside me watching The Lion King, and I'm just like, between this and I'm like looking over, I'm like, brother, what are we doing? What are we doing? And then I look over and he's like going like this. I'm like, oh man, what are we doing here, man? We just picked the saddest movies ever, and like I'm like side watching Lion King as I'm watching this movie, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo
would hit hard for you, I feel.
Yeah,
a dad
sure.
searching for
yeah, exactly.
Everything's
right?
different now.
Okay, that one's off the table now.
No more Finding Nemo.
No more Finding Nemo. Damn, that movie's fire though.
I feel like all of them kind of touch on that.
Yeah, those Disney movies, man, they really know how to pull out the heartstrings. It's wild, absolutely wild.
Get you.
They get you right where they know it hurts.
A lot of them follow like what's called the hero's journey. So it's like a call to action, coming over adversity, and then figuring it out. And and that one, the mom gets eaten by a barracuda in the beginning. Forget about that scene.
Right, the very first off the hop. Yeah. Oh.
I'm doing a number on Jesse. Like,
what's the other
I'm canceling Disney Plus.
Who dies in Bambi? Is it both parents?
Yeah, or the mom, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, and like Old Yeller and
that one's a bad one. And the fox and the hound.
Oh yeah,
that one's they're all sad.
Start with death.
Every single movie is sad.
Teaching a lesson. Have they canceled any? Like hold up, it's cancellation's kind of slowing down.
Disney?
But yeah, did anything get canceled?
I don't think so.
I know there were.
Was any controversy?
Pepe Le Pew got canceled.
Yeah.
That was a while ago, though, right?
Which is always funny. Probably. I mean, I think none of that really lasts forever. But
Yeah, you're right.
Totally agree with them. He is extremely
pushy.
Oh,
yeah, totally.
I don't want to use the word rapey, but
he's also a skunk, so it's like.
He's also the skunk.
I heard an argument from somebody.
Like you look at him, you're like, okay,
we don't know how skunks think, man.
Yeah, but I mean, most people don't look at a skunk.
But he's speaking English.
That's what I mean.
That's my role model is a skunk. It's like, okay, it's a
But he's anthropomorphized or whatever, like when they make an animal seem like a human.
Okay.
Yes.
So
totally.
I think that was the issue. But I've heard an argument where it's like instead of deleting it, let's teach why it's bad.
Right.
So maybe. Yeah, I don't know, but even if you give a warning in front, the kid might not give a shit, and then they'll watch it and be like, "Oh, Pepe's funny." I'm like, "Well,
don't be a skunk."
Yeah.
Maybe not. Oh yeah, because they canceled him in the second basketball movie. Space Jam.
Oh, really? They didn't add him in?
Gone.
They took him out?
Gone.
Oh,
Yeah. But he was in the first one.
yeah.
I fucking love the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show and the Teletoons.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit,
Grew up
girl.
on that
Classic, man.
Classic.
Classic. It's just,
And the music back then, like they would do it essentially live
yeah,
to the recording and then just
crazy.
put it on
Yeah.
TV.
Really, really cool.
And all the noises and stuff. You ever watch the behind the scenes of like old Disney films and the orchestra? Like they're just like watching it and playing, and there's all these
Really?
guys with like sound effects and
Yeah.
steam things and like
Oh, shit.
it's pretty cool. Like the old do you want to put in the black and white, like the Mickey Mouse Steamboat behind the scenes, maybe? Mickey Mouse Steamboat behind the scenes? Should pull it up. This stuff is wild. Like the shit they did back then.
Because have you seen like reels or shorts of people like recreating these sounds?
Oh, like now.
Now, yeah. They're
it's
like
probably really hard.
rustling paper and flinging things and
Scroll
just
down,
crazy.
Drew. It might be in the animation process. Try to go up.
Oh, wait. No. It's on the sheet.
Hit the animation process. Maybe
I
just
took two things that I love, dancing and dogs, and I made them into
I also love dancing and dogs.
Right?
Hi,
Who
I'm
doesn't?
Ronnie. I'm the
Skip.
owner of Kitatove.
I don't want to watch that one, Drew.
nah. It's just gonna do the illustration stuff. That's fine. I don't want to go on a hunt.
What is she wearing?
From all the chemicals in the paint or whatever, the ink.
All colors used are made up from secret formulas.
All colors used are made up of
Secret formula.
formulas?
Whoa.
Okay.
Aren't you glad we don't
Whoa.
have to wear gas masks when we edit videos? That'd be pretty
I mean,
You
you
gotta
still
get that secret formula going.
You still could wear gas. Isn't that a what is
Yeah, you still could if you want.
what genre is that? Industrial.
Steampunk?
Right.
Industrial.
Steampunk?
Steampunk, not so much.
No.
Well, steampunk's like a mix of retro and future.
Okay.
I mean, maybe depending on
I don't know.
what you're watching, but
You know more than me on movies.
go into Google or whatever, type in industrial music, and just hit images. You'll find people with gas masks on.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It's just like the getup.
Right.
So we've learned about scene, learned about industrial. My buddy Josh was teaching me about this genre. It's like electronic music, but there's like a culture to it,
Right. Yeah.
and they always have that
Oh,
like.
okay. Yeah, this is
Yeah, steampunk is like
not one gas mask.
steampunk is like like BioShock
Oh,
and
there's one.
even like
Mad Max.
yeah,
Like,
Mad Max is a bit steampunkish, like post-apocalyptic steampunk.
Right.
What else is steampunk? Steampunk's a cool genre. I don't mind steampunk.
No, I don't mind it either.
Do you listen to a lot of soundtracks and things like that? Do you enjoy cinema music? Scores?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really listen to a whole lot of it, but I do. There are a select few soundtracks that I really, really do like. Wizard of Oz is one of them.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Do you know about is it Led Zeppelin?
Pink Floyd, Dark Side
Pink
of the
Floyd.
Moon. Yeah.
Pink Floyd.
I
You
don't
know about this?
No, tell me, please.
Do you want to tell him or you want me to tell him?
Go for it.
Someone tell me.
So apparently, if you play Dark Side of the Moon, it like aligns perfectly with Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Yeah.
Was that planned or
No. Well, Wizard of Oz,
That's
I don't
the
think
legend.
so.
They're not sure.
They
But-
claim that they didn't plan it.
Yeah.
was acid a big thing back then? Like, was it just?
For sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it might have just been in their heads.
So I watched it and I was
They're
like,
listening to the.
how close
album.
can this be? No, literally.
close, yeah.
As the scene changes, the music changes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Whoa.
And you can do it like you can put on the movie and start the album, and you have to start the album when it fades out and it like in the intro when it fades into the house or something like that. Like there's a certain spot that
where
you
you're
have to
supposed
click
start
play
it.
on.
Okay.
You
And,
could probably pull it up.
yeah,
I just worried about getting
people have-
flagged.
Yeah,
but, we
people have spliced it together.
just put Pink Floyd Wizard of Oz. You can just watch it on YouTube, I'm pretty sure.
Probably this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, click that. Just like
Oh,
click
this one has both. Oh no, that's
just click a random scene. Oh, this is the
it's
actual
weird. It's
music
going
though.
in different.
Yeah, it's panned nicely. See, like how
Like she
that
starts
riff started
walking.
right when
Yeah.
the scene changed is just like there's a lot of really crazy coincidences. Yeah, this is really sick, actually.
And then just skip a little bit.
It does look. It matches. I'd say so.
It looks like the music
But-
video.
As you
Yeah.
watch
Crazy.
the whole movie, like it perfectly changes with each scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Just
wild.
skip it.
Oh,
son of a
come
bitch.
on. Tuma.
It's fine.
Tuma.
Just
Is this Mike
Skip.
Tyson
skip, skip,
company?
skip, 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 skip.
Tuma.
Right? Like it even fits the scene.
Really cool.
That's exactly how I would dance
Really
to
cool.
this song.
But
Yeah.
like
That's good.
I don't know. Do I believe them? It's
Yeah.
so coincidental.
I might do drugs and try watching it and
Should.
see
You should.
how it makes me feel.
Give
I
us,
think the coolest part about it is that we don't know.
yeah, and we'll never know.
And we'll never know.
I
And
don't
I
like-
think that's the coolest thing.
I mean, there is definitely a probability that they just made the album and it just fits. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I know.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's weird coincidence. And how someone found that out is like,
Right?
how do you?
Maybe someone was obsessed with Wizard of Oz and Pink Floyd, and they're like,
Huh.
second, like,
And acid.
or someone just had it on at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly. That's a key ingredient.
It is.
That's
it's
the
always,
special
I think
formula.
it was a big key ingredient back in the day.
Yeah, for sure it was. Well, that's why Pink Floyd's first singer kind of fell off and went kind of nuts.
Just
Acid.
acid. Too much acid. Not acid, just too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was good
Too
back
much,
then.
Too much of a good
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Yeah, he liked it.
Well, that was the whole, 60s, 70s. This is just fucking tripping.
Yeah.
And, wasn't really, well, they made it illegal because of the Vietnam War, and that's a whole
Yeah.
other thing we can
I
get
know.
into,
Yeah.
But then a bunch of all the best fucking music came out then too.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you're talking Jimi Hendrix era, like
Yeah, Led Zeppelin and all the good stuff, all the best stuff.
the band.
Yeah.
The band, which I saw one of them passed away. They were on the memorial thing.
Garth Hudson, yeah.
Yeah, for the Grammys. And I was like, oh, he's from here.
Last living member, man. End
Wow.
of an era.
Wow. I actually went and visited
Big Pink?
Woodstock.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like the real Woodstock.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really cool.
yeah, it's just a small little town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you wouldn't know.
Crazy to think that they had so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down in New York City and we just stopped with a friend. I was like, yo, he was like, let's stop here on the way. And I was like, sure, I'm down. It was a cute little town,
Yeah.
like Port Dover almost.
Yeah.
That's it. But it was just like the most
Crazy,
iconic
eh?
gathering of music of all time. Was that
Yeah.
69?
Yeah.
Yeah, 69. There's like, I don't even know. 100,000, maybe more people?
Yeah, I don't know. I forget how many were there, but
Was that the one that went really bad?
No, that's when
That
they
was the
tried to
one in the
redo
90s.
it. 2000, I think.
1999.
Or is it 99? Yeah.
'Cause they
Same
did-
guy who did that one tried to redo it.
Yeah.
Just a fucking
I think
disaster.
there's a documentary on it on Netflix.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Have you seen
it's
it?
really
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
I think. I like was it Limp Bizkit? When they're like, just totally, they're like, all right, you got to calm the crowd down. Like, and they're just like, no, fuck it. And they played like their one song that's just like, break stuff.
Break stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like lighting shit on fire.
Yeah.
They were kicking porta potties over, and then people were rolling in the shit but didn't really know it.
And lighting stuff on fire. And
Chaos.
yeah, just
Yeah. Are you a
wild.
big festival goer?
Not really.
No. Do you see a lot of concerts? Do you go to a lot of music? You're just a part
I'm
of them.
always playing, man. Yeah, like I do like to go to shows, and I like mixed martial arts too. So like those are two things that
You're an interesting dude.
yeah, I like all kinds of stuff.
Huh.
I'm really into MMA, but
Nice.
So you,
I never get
you
to watch
practice
it.
it.
no, I don't.
Okay, you're just
I
very
don't.
into it.
I just
Like watching it.
yeah, and like Yeah, I'm deep into it. I don't practice it though. I want to be sick. I just don't have the time.
So
Everything
you
takes
got to be.
time.
What's that?
Everything takes time.
We got to
I
be
know, there's not
dedicated
enough
too.
time,
It's
man. I
like
have so many other things to do. It's crazy. But I never get to watch it because I'm always playing on weekends. So when I do get to watch it, it's nice.
What about when you're watching like a gig? Because I know one thing that you and me have in common is we shoot weddings sometimes.
Yeah.
And I find myself a lot of times when I go to a wedding, sometimes I get distracted by watching what like the videographers and photographers are doing. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Ooh,
yeah.
what are they using?
What are they using?
doing?
Like, what are
what-
they doing? Do you ever find yourself kind of getting lost in that, like seeing the show from like a more technical?
Oh, totally, man. Like I'm paying attention to all the small stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Ooh, interesting choice there.
Yeah, exactly. Or like when the guys are just like out at their gear before the show starts, I'm like, oh, what are you up to? You messing with your pedal board? What's on that pedal board?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you
You
have this
know?
set to?
Yeah,
Why are you
exactly.
doing that?
So yeah, I'm always like looking at the gear and analyzing it from that perspective.
So am I, but I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if I had a second life and could pick another career path, it'd be like a musician for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Like I feel very connected to it.
Yeah.
And it's part of my medium, I need it to portray emotions in film and stuff and videos and
totally.
especially wedding videos, right? You got to pick the right song.
Love it.
Um,
I was actually almost in a band. Well, I was in a band for a day or two in high school.
did you take too much acid and then had to
No,
leave?
no acid, no acid. We had like one band practice. There's two of us, buddy and Matt DeVos was the drummer.
No shit.
And we had like a good practice, and then we wanted to add like another guitarist.
He's a crazy pianist, is he not?
Yeah, he's a very skilled musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we brought in another guitarist, but he brought his guitar and he brought an Xbox.
Oh,
So we practiced for like an hour, and then he's like, "You guys want to play Halo?" And we're like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh, yeah.
And that was the end of it. Yeah, we started playing.
Which Halo was it?
I couldn't tell. It was like probably OG Xbox. Like this is
Okay.
high school.
So like maybe Halo 2.
Halo 2 or 3.
Dude, the guitar riffs in number 2.
Yeah, I
are
think it's
fucking
Breaking Benjamin.
insane. I don't know him. I know.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a metal rock band from the 2000s.
Okay.
But yeah, the music was always really good on Halo. I'm also really into video games too. I have a crazy video game collection.
Okay. So am I. I don't have the time to play a lot of them,
Yeah.
but I used to.
Yeah.
I'm like one of those super Halo fans who I read all the books and I can
nice.
pretty much tell you anything about the lore.
Yeah.
And like Lord of the Rings and
Yeah, you were real upset about the Halo show or movie.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry. I don't want to
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in a shitty mood.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
You
I
wanna-
even brought it up.
I can't. I was gonna say, you know what my password? I'll tell you what my password is for Paramount after.
Yeah,
It's really funny. Something
Master Chief 69.
Holy shit, he nailed it.
No, they fucking.
How'd you know?
You know what's so frustrating is they come out with video game shows and they fucking slap like Fallout.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's the one I watched.
I've never seen it.
Amazing.
Last of Us apparently was good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like really to the T. I would say the cutscenes are almost to the T.
Yeah.
And then you get to fucking Halo and they just like,
Your favorite one.
bro, someone was taking too much acid. I don't know. They added a sex scene. They took his helmet off the
it's
first
just
thing.
unnecessary.
It's like the whole. I already went on a rant. I'm sorry for the.
That was a few like that was a while ago. You can
Yeah.
do it again.
you can do it again.
the whole essence of Master Chief is the mystique
Right.
behind him.
Yes, of course.
He comes off robotic, and as the game goes on, you start to realize that he isn't a robot.
Yeah.
That he isn't this super soldier. Well, he is a super soldier, but he actually has some humanity in him and love and passion. And they're not supposed to have feelings and stuff, but it trickles out throughout the
Right.
game, and you slowly get attached to him. First episode in the show, boom, takes the helmet off. You're like, "Ah,
Okay, so
what the fuck? It's like you watch The Mandalorian?
No.
You know the whole thing. They don't take their helmet off.
Right.
Same thing, and they did it beautifully. They they did it beautifully, and
Did they keep his helmet on for most
for
of it?
like until the second or third season.
Yeah.
And even then, it was like really brief.
Are you a David Lynch fan?
Yes, but I've only seen like maybe one or two of his films. I'm also a super Dune fanatic.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Read all the books.
Yeah.
Could tell you anything about Dune.
Yeah.
And I know he made the original Dune films, and I'm scared to watch them because I I've been told they're horrendous.
I've never seen them. I think that if you go into it with a mindset of, okay, this is going to be cheese and I'm going to be okay with that, I think you'll be better off.
Yeah. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because I like fucking love Dune.
But just talking about how, like, you know, you want to do a show justice. You've never seen Twin Peaks?
No. I've seen the movie.
Yeah, so
I've seen the movie.
So for the show, they did the first season. And when they did the second season, I guess production wanted, because the whole show is about like who killed Laura Palmer.
Okay.
And I guess in the second season, production wanted them to reveal who the killer was. And he basically said, no, we're not doing that. Like, no one should know who the killer is. It's kind of the same thing. Like, no one should know who's under the Master Chief suit.
Yeah.
So they were like, no, this is what we're going to do. So he left, and they did like the second half of the second season without him. And it got really weird. And then it got so weird that they're like, okay, please come back and tie this all up for us. So he comes back for the season finale and fixes everything.
Yeah, knocks out of the park probably.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great finale.
It's the problem when, you know, ultimately the producers have the say
Yeah.
over the director.
Yeah.
But the director's what makes it. It's what like is the glue between all the departments.
Yeah,
And
totally.
definitely between the writer and, you know, how it's being made. And if you're just gonna get rid of that person, like it's gonna take a dive. It always
and
does.
I mean, he just said, okay, if that's how you want to do it, I'm just going to leave and you guys can figure it out. And they tried, and
I think the issue, at least with Halo, was they were trying to appeal to a new audience.
right.
And in my opinion, Halo has such a hardcore fandom that if you cater to them first, they will spread the word and get other people to watch it because they love it so much.
Yeah.
That's how they should have done it. They should have thought about the fans first. But they were thinking, we need to get new audience. And so they they gave Master Chief a sex scene. He is like a super soldier that never takes his suit off. What the fuck? It's like making a Christmas movie and then writing a sex scene in for Santa.
I mean, there's
Like,
a
you
song.
just-
There's a song based on that.
You
Drew.
don't do that. You just don't. There's golden rules.
It's just unnecessary, right?
Or it's like, I don't know, taking Darth Vader's helmet off and just telling everybody that he's Luke's father, like right at the start, within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just,
Like,
okay, well, now what's the
okay.
fucking point?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. You see, you put me off. You put me on a rant, Drew.
I know.
You put me on a rant. But
It's been a while.
I've heard Twin Peaks is amazing.
Oh, dude, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Are you into that kind of genre? I feel like that maybe goes with metal.
Yeah, I think I've become more into it over the years. I never really was a movie guy, and then I really got into film. And I just, you know, like I really love Stanley Kubrick. 2001 is probably my favorite movie of
I have a
all
lot
time.
of respect for that. The fact that you like Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
That's a very like
I've seen all his movies, every
film
single
student
one.
kind of guy.
Yeah. I really like David Lynch. I really like Robert Altman.
David Lynch, see, he's out there for me.
He definitely is. I think that he's kind of known for being a whacked out director.
like disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the stuff that he does,
So
that's
rest in peace, David Lynch.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he covers so much really good ground with his films. It's just and no film is like a
same.
David Lynch
Yeah.
film is unlike anything else.
He makes
When
something
you
you're like,
see
what the
it-
fuck is
Yeah,
this?
when you see it, you know it's him. It's really, really cool. Kubrick is the same thing. It's like those long pans and like the Kubrick stare and stuff like that. Like it's just, you know. Robert Altman was really good for that too. Like there's a movie called California Split, and there's a really great scene where they're in a casino playing poker, and like the scene is at the table, but you can still hear the conversations around it. It's just like, it makes you feel like you're sitting there.
Yeah, immersed.
It's not everything else is muted and
Yeah.
you're focused in on this one conversation. It's like you hear that conversation, but everything else is kind of, you can hear it
yeah.
going around, and it just kind of makes it feel a little bit more real.
So you like classics then?
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
classics.
You
man.
seen one of my favorites is The Great Escape.
I've never seen it.
I highly recommend that.
Gotta
one.
check it out. There's a few things that I need to check out.
There,
Like,
my issue is there's too many.
yes,
and
I know.
there's so
not
much
enough
new
time,
stuff.
Right? Yeah,
It's
for
just
sure.
like, there's such a library of past stuff, and then
Yeah.
just a stupid amount of new stuff.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, exactly.
One of my favorite podcasts, it's the title of it is There's Too Many Movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
They just break down movies
Yeah.
and stuff. But in
Do
my opinion, there is, yeah.
you mind if I use a washer?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely. We're going to go on a pause, everybody.
Just Drew.
Grown much. Probably the same for music.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine looking back on old like performances and being like, "This is amazing."
Yeah. But at the time, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
this is-
What
but
do yeah,
But it's new.
yeah, exactly.
So,
Do you hear that cymbal?
yeah, it's just the water running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The problem is all the water's, it's all down here and then it runs down.
Oh, fair.
I don't think the mics are picking up. We're fine.
No, it'll be fine. It's just like a short hiss. Unless my dad's doing the dish. Oh, you weren't here for that. I had my Nan on. And my dad,
Yeah.
bless his heart, he starts doing all my dishes and doing all my chores.
Oh, what a
and then-
legend.
But all you can hear is him doing the dishes. Because
Scrubbing away.
yeah, and I'm
Nice.
like, oh, Dad. And I'm like, oh, gotta go upstairs, pause the podcast. I'm like, you gotta be quiet. He's like, oh, I'm just doing the dishes. I'm like, I know. I want you to, but
Like, thank you
not right
so
now.
much. I love you so much, but please stop.
Doing a podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
I had his mom on, my Nana.
Yeah.
She just turned 87, I think.
Wow,
But
eh?
it was hard to get her on. She's like, what would I talk about? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And she starts talking about how her dad used to do all the mining out east and she would climb on TNT boxes, but didn't know at
Oh,
the
wow.
time. And she's like, we didn't know, but if anyone brought a lighter in there, it would blow up the entire town. And I was like, and you said you didn't have anything to talk about.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's gold right there. That's
Yeah.
podcast gold.
We're really into the cinema stuff. It's just exciting that you're on here because
Yeah, man.
you like cinema because not everybody does. But I just finished Severance.
Oh,
TV show.
Finished it. Oh,
Well, up until the next one comes out on
I was
Friday.
gonna say it's not even.
And I'm watching the movie because I bought a new iPhone. And just so everyone knows, when you buy a new Apple product, you get Apple Plus for
Sponsor
3
us,
months,
Apple.
I think, for free.
Oh,
So I got a new phone and I was like, oh, I'll try Apple Plus out. I've never been
Yeah.
on it. And my brother's like, yo, you got to watch Silo. And then my other buddy was like, you got to watch Severance. So I've been watching
Okay.
those two shows. But you ever watch the movie Ember or the Ember City?
Never heard of it.
It's essentially like post-apocalyptic, something happened, nuclear war, and they all live underground. So like an underground civilization, essentially.
All right.
So Silo's the same. The Silo was built, but it was so long ago, like 200 years ago, like they don't know who made it. They don't know if they can go outside. They have cameras and it looks post-apocalyptic. And
Right.
it's this like 10,000 person society living in this giant underground silo.
Crazy.
Fascinating.
Yeah, super.
But it's got Rebecca Ferguson who plays, who's in Dune.
Okay.
And she's in Mission Impossible and she's in a bunch of, she's
Nice.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think the crazy thing about that original Dune is that it was such a bad flop that the main actor his name is Kyle MacLachlan, and
I've seen clips, so I can picture him in my
yeah,
head.
yeah, and he's been in a bunch of stuff.
And wasn't
He-
Sting in it? Didn't Sting
He
play?
might-
He played the
Yo.
antagonist, I think.
was he?
I think he played.
That's cool. Yeah.
Was it Rabba? Yeah, he plays the villain. I think in
Yeah.
in Lynch's version.
Yeah, I think it's cool that even after that movie flopped so hard, David Lynch took a chance on Kyle MacLachlan again for Twin Peaks, and he absolutely crushes his role in Twin Peaks.
Nice.
It's amazing.
I mean, sometimes directors just have a chemistry, even if the movie.
I think that's what it
flops.
was. I think that's what it was. He just liked him and liked working with him and thought he was great. It's just the movie just didn't.
Did the movie flop back then?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Like
because it was
hard.
obviously made a long time ago, so like
Yeah.
the special effects aren't going to hold up.
Yeah.
which would make it corny to us, but corny
Yeah.
but in the 80s it might be cool.
Right.
But it did.
I don't think it
probably
was.
flop.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, check out some of his stuff. He's got some really good movies, David Lynch. A couple that I would recommend would be
I'm just scared of it
yeah, well
because I'm not into horror, serial killer, like stuff that'll make me uncomfortable.
right. So a lot of it isn't really horror. It's more just like psychological, like suspensey thriller.
Yeah. Okay.
Stuff like that.
Because I
just
know
really good acting, really cool storylines, and
what would be your top recommendation?
well, Twin Peaks, of
Twin
course.
Peaks. Okay.
But I would say, oh man, that's tough because I would say like Blue Velvet
Okay.
is an amazing David Lynch movie, and I'd say either like Lost Highway or Wild at Heart.
Okay.
Check those movies out. They're great, man. They're just like really great movies.
Okay.
I think you'd enjoy them.
Yeah, I will. I did watch his documentary.
Yeah, I haven't
the
seen
bear?
it yet.
Grim. You've seen
Yeah.
what is it called? Is it called Bear Man or something? Or Bear? He made this documentary about this guy who lived with grizzly bears in Alaska. And it was-
He made a documentary about. It's not a documentary about David Lynch. Is it?
no, he made the documentary.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, about a guy who lived with grizzly bears.
Oh, wow.
But like he wasn't a scientist. He was like a crazy person.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like he befriends this fox, and like all this stuff happens. I don't want to ruin the ending, but David Lynch made it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's really
and
cool.
I think he narrates some of it too.
Yeah, he's
So-
got a crazy voice. So
He does have a very interesting voice.
yeah.
Yeah, I did actually watch his masterclass when during COVID.
Yeah.
He has a masterclass.
Oh, sick. I have to check
David
that
Lynch.
out. Yeah, it's funny. The first time I ever saw anything by David Lynch was talking about Stanley Kubrick. Like my old girlfriend in high school, she had a VHS player, and she had two VHSs, and one was Armageddon,
Okay.
and the other one was Clockwork Orange.
Okay.
So I've just seen both of those movies a million times, but I remember her dad just being like, "Oh, you like Clockwork Orange? You like some weird stuff, do you?" We're like, "Yeah, I guess so." He's like, "You want to see something weird? Check this out." So we went on the couch and watched Eraserhead, which is David Lynch's first movie. It's crazy.
So I've heard.
It's crazy. It's really sweet.
Can you
though.
just bring
that was
this-
my introduction?
Can you bring the synopsis up to Eraserhead? I know of it.
Yeah.
I know of it. Yeah.
It's like one of those iconically weird movies, right?
It's almost like, does he have like an eerie vibe? It's,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like that, like disturbing eeriness. What does it say, Drew? What's the brief description?
Henry resides alone in a bleak apartment surrounded by industrial gloom when he discovers that an early fling with Mary Axe left her pregnant. He marries the expectant mother and has her move in with him. Things take a decidedly strange turn when the couple's baby turns out to be a bizarre lizard-like creature that won't stop wailing. Other characters, including a disfigured lady who lives inside a radiator, inhabit the building
Boys.
and add to
But
his troubles.
clearly this
What
launched
the
his career.
fuck?
Like clearly
Yeah,
it worked.
Yeah, man.
Sounds way out
I
there.
have to
though.
rewatch that. Holy shit.
That sounds like acid.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's basically what people say about this movie is like, if you watch it, it's like taking acid without taking acid. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like, it's such a trip.
What year is this made?
I think it's-
1977.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only an hour and a half. That's not too much of a commitment.
No.
Acid's
think-
more of a commitment than that. So
Yeah, it's 8 hours at least.
yeah.
I think that, Eraserhead is one of those movies that you just like almost have to watch just to say, I watched it. It was crazy.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't know.
You gotta
Oh,
find this on VHS, I bet.
Where does it say it is?
It says you can buy it on YouTube.
Does it say that now?
Right there.
Where to watch?
And Apple TV.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You gotta buy it though.
$3. Well, for $3.
Click beside overview and cast. It says watch movie. Might say that it's.
Google Play, $3. Apple
That's it?
TV, $5.
I always check Tubi first.
Oh yeah, Tubi. Yeah.
Well, just because they have random movies on there for free. You just have to watch ads.
What's Tubi?
It's just like a free streaming platform.
it's essentially a version of YouTube.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you can watch movies for free. You just have to watch ads. Like you have to watch like 3 ads.
It's like you're watching it on cable television again.
exactly pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Okay.
Like during the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll just pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get
it's
to the
worth
girl
it.
in the radiator and it cuts to sell you a mattress.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Exactly. They'll do that for you.
Can I
For
ask why it's called Eraserhead?
I don't know, man.
Oh, okay. So there's no like
Watching the
weight
movie
to
will
it.
tell ya.
It's been such a long time since I've seen it. That's why I'm thinking like I need to go back and watch it.
Maybe you watch it and you just want to erase your head after you watch it.
Yeah.
Could be.
My theory.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's because like his hairdo.
Maybe.
Yeah, and those
I don't know.
pictures that look
I could be
pretty-
tripping on that, but
He does have quite the do.
he does. Holy fuck, hairdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
that's
might actually be it. I don't know
What
though.
the
like an
look
eraser.
at some
like
of
an
the
eraser.
pictures. Yeah, exactly.
What the
Look
fuck?
at some of the images, man.
See, this is disturbing to me, and this would make me not want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I will do
So-
it for you.
So you really,
I'm gonna
really
watch
don't
this
like
for
horror
sure.
movies at all?
This has
Not-
got to be the
I
Radiator
mean-
girl.
Like
There you go.
I've seen the original Exorcist, and I've seen
Like that. The original Exorcist is my favorite horror movie of all time.
yeah, I've seen it. It's good. I don't seek that out. I've seen Paranormal Activities. I've seen Insidious. I've seen Crimson Peak. I've
Right.
seen, I've seen fucked up shit. I like zombie movies.
Yep.
Zombie movies I really like. I'm a huge Walking Dead. Well, I used to be a Walking Dead fan.
Yeah.
They fucking ruined it. But don't put me on another rant. I was excited about this. It was like season 4 or 5. This guy
Yeah.
had a tiger, and I was like, yo, I'm waiting for this tiger to just pop off and eat a bunch of zombies or save the guy or protect him or something. No one's looking to watch Walking Dead, right?
No.
Okay, spoiler alert, everybody. The tiger just gets stuck in mud and then gets eaten by zombies. And that's when I was like, and I've been watching this show for
Real
like
creative.
Made you be like, fuck
6 years, ever since high school, like dedicated fan.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's enough of this.
Wow.
And I was done right then and there.
this? Really?
Yeah, it was kind of taking a dive. And it went for another, what's still going?
Yeah.
It went
they
for
just
another
came out
4 or
with
5
another-
years.
another-
I
Side
think
ones.
that the first few seasons are really good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like the first four.
What was the season where I forget everyone's name now? Who's the bad dude?
Are we talking
so
about
many bad dudes.
the governor or the guy
Yeah.
after that?
with the baseball bat.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's
That was like a season finale.
so it was like shortly after that.
So that's where I stopped watching. Basically,
when they
was,
took a bat to
yeah,
my
I
favorite
think I
character's
watched.
head.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I watched maybe a little bit of the next season and just kind of fell
Yeah,
off.
they fucking killed Glenn.
Why would they do that?
His name was Glenn, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you nailed it. Yeah.
What a piss off.
Good show though.
Great show.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really good.
I watched like another season after that. And then that's when I was like,
Right.
okay, I've had enough of this.
I think the other really cool thing with David Lynch movies is that he always uses the same composer. I'm gonna butcher his name, but his name is like Angelo Bala.
Italian.
Yeah, Balamenti or something like that. Everything is just with such purpose, man. Like it's always just like Twin Peaks has the best music. It's like swingy jazz in between cut scenes and Badalamenti. Yeah. And great composer and always does a really good job on those movies.
What a career. Like that's
Yeah.
gotta be so difficult.
Yeah.
Like talk about
man.
being in a band, but you're like conducting like, I don't know, 150 instruments
Totally, yeah.
in a choir sometimes. Like
Yeah.
I just went and saw the Philharmonic do the soundtrack to Lord of the Rings. Return of the King.
You went to that too. A
Yeah.
friend of mine went to that.
I've been seeing it for the last 3 years. So we started 3 years ago, started with Fellowship, Two Towers, and then 2 weeks ago was Return of the King.
It's got to be the best trilogy of all time, right?
In my opinion, yeah. That's what got me into film, essentially. I watched
Those movies are so good.
Like,
They're so good.
I got
man.
obsessed, and then my
Yeah.
dad had the behind the scenes DVDs, and I was like, wait, you can do this for
Yeah,
a living?
yeah.
This is a job? And then
Yeah.
I was just like obsessed with film ever since.
I remember during the pandemic, on Kijiji, someone was selling all 3 movies, but like the DVD extended versions of them. So like I watched all 3 movies and they were like 4 hours apiece.
Yeah, man.
And Meg, my girlfriend, was just like, dude, are you good? Like, holy.
We watched the first 2 on Saturday and then went and saw the show on Sunday.
Okay.
So just the first 2 extended are 7 hours and 43 minutes.
Wow.
Just the first 2 extended.
Wow. Yeah.
But like true fans don't watch unextended.
It's just like, is this still going? It's like, oh yeah, it is.
Oh yeah. It
Oh
is.
yeah. It is. For sure. So good, man.
Yeah, and like I haven't watched Peter Jackson's older stuff. I feel like that will be up your alley, but what's the one called? It's like he has one that's kind of like a gory Muppets, essentially. Like he comes from a gory horror practical effects background, and then he just made this, and then he made one film that was like very different. And then it was about these 2 teenage girls that become almost like obsessive with each other, and then they like end up killing someone together.
Okay.
And it was so different than anything he's ever made. And then he went from that to Lord of the Rings. And I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out what happened. Like how do you make something so good and so iconic, and then the ones before that are just like not even in the same wheelhouse.
Crazy, right?
Insane. Like
he's really crazy.
Peter Jackson blows my mind, man. But he was very good at practical effects and things like that. So I think I don't know. He did it justice. So.
Yeah. I mean, everything about that movie is great. The music is great. The costume design is great. The cinematography is great. Like those movies are phenomenal.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah, totally, man. Totally.
And they like the whole Weta thing. Like they designed the whole mass special effects. Like when you zoom out and you see mass amounts of army.
Yeah.
Like he was the first. He's essentially invented that.
Yeah.
That's special.
Crazy.
I remember him saying on the behind the scenes that they would render it, but they didn't know what it was going to look like.
Yeah.
So they would have to wait for the render.
Oh, okay. To make sure it was all good.
Because they didn't know what the computer was going to do.
Yeah.
So they would put, algorithms in or whatever they do, programming, code, and then, but it was like so massive that the computer just kind of generated itself, and then be like, oh, okay, this is what it came up with. And then I guess they would shoot the scenes based on that.
Okay.
I don't actually know.
Yeah. When did the first one come out? Was it like 99 or was it 2000, 2001?
I think they started filming in 99.
Okay. And it came out.
But they filmed all 3 in a row.
Oh.
And then the first one came out in 2001, 2002, 2000, like consecutively.
Right.
I think it was 99 to about 2001. That's when they filmed it. So.
Too good, man.
Yeah. You Lord of the Rings fan, Drew? Shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's not that I'm not.
No.
I'm not a fan.
We're just nerding out over here, and you're quiet. I was like, I don't think he's into Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
Well, he's over there
I enjoy
saying, like-
watching them,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't be like, I don't know what the fuck you guys are
Oh
talking
fuck,
about.
I love it.
He's like, yo, these guys are actual nerds. Wow.
I'm very nerdy.
Yeah, I am
know.
too. A lot of people don't really know that about me. Yeah, I get really into things. Like I have this crazy record collection and I have this crazy video game collection, and like it's all displayed on a shelf and it's all plugged in and you can just play any console with the flick of a switch.
That's
Like
fucking sick. One day.
I want it to be, like I want it to be practical. It's like my studio. Like if I have an idea for a song, I made it so
There's nothing hindering you.
path of least resistance to creative process, right? So it's like flick a couple switches. Like if you have an idea, you literally just flick a few switches and
Go on it.
load up your DAW and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had more time to nerd out on things, but just not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
It comes in time, man.
Yeah.
Comes in
I mean, the podcast is very it's like 2 days a week just to maintain.
Yeah.
But eventually I'd like to outsource so I can enjoy them.
Well, it's funny because I got all my video game stuff set up, and then a couple years later, we had a kid, and now I don't use it. But I'm like holding out. I'm like, okay, when she's old enough, she's gonna be using this stuff.
She'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's tough because there's only 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
And as things come in and out of your life, you have to remove things
Yep.
in order to add. You can't just keep adding.
Yes,
Because there's only
exactly.
24
Yep.
hours.
Totally.
So it's like, you
And
know,
you gotta sleep.
you gotta sleep. And so, yeah, fuck, I wish I could play more video games, but it's like once a week if I'm lucky. But it's more so I enjoy doing it because I can connect with my brother. He lives in Prince Edward Island.
What do you guys play?
So he's a heavy PC player. I just have dumped my money into other things like a podcast, and not a PC.
Totally,
so
yeah.
unfortunately, I can't play those PC games with him. But we have PS5s. We kind of grew up on Xbox and stuff and PlayStation. So besides the classics like Halo and Gears of War and all those things, currently we're big Battlefield fans.
Okay.
Except the newest one they ruined. It's just terrible map design, in my opinion.
What's that one called?
2042 or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And so like the game itself is great and the mechanics are great, but the flow of just the battle is terrible just because of the design. It's too open. It's too, this is the next gen console is the first time they like tripled the play size. And so they're like, oh, we just need to make the map huge and open, but it's like, there's nowhere to go or hide or do it. It's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Great game though. We enjoy playing on the previous maps, actually.
Right.
Battlefield, and then we've been playing a lot of Helldivers. Do you know Helldivers?
No.
Do you know Halo?
Of course.
ODST?
Yeah.
That whole concept?
Yeah.
Same concept. They come into the planet.
I see.
But it's like you play in squads of 4, and it's sort of like a horror Gears of War mode where you're kind of defending and going to checkpoints and stuff. But like there's like an alien faction, a robot type of Terminator faction, and then like a bug faction. Sort of like Starship Troopers or whatever.
Love that movie, dude.
So it's essentially that. The bug
that
faction,
movie.
there's giant bugs and they're all trying to kill you and
yeah.
shit, and you're working in a squad, but the community works as a whole. So like the community can all go and play on this one planet and try to rid it of these bugs.
Oh, okay.
As a gaming community.
Oh,
but you're
cool.
really only playing with a squad of 4.
Yeah.
So, and then there's like orbital drops, and you can throw like a thing, and then a beam comes down, and then like a huge rocket will land, or a nuke, or you know, more ammo, or a mech suit, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty much it for the time being. I play Minecraft sometimes with my brother.
Yeah.
We used to be huge into Lego, so it's just like
okay. It's like a game
advanced
version
Lego.
of Lego. Yeah. Yeah. I've never played Minecraft, but I've heard good things.
I feel like being a creative, you would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially Lego that you can like bring to life.
Right.
Yeah.
With very calming background music.
Very calming background music.
Yeah.
Although oftentimes I mute it and put on my own playlist.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what I like to play Minecraft with is I put movie soundtracks on.
Nice.
Because I kind of feel like I'm in a movie. I don't know. It's calming too.
Do you have any favorite movie soundtracks?
Ooh, Whiplash. I'm a big fan of jazz, and I used to be a drummer actually. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
I say I'm not a musician because I can't actually read notes, but I can read drum notes.
Okay.
But if you told me like A, B, C, I'm like,
Right.
So I played in middle school in jazz band and all the other bands, concession or whatever they called it, percussion band or whatever.
Do you still have drums?
No.
Do you think about getting them again?
I want to get an electric kit,
Oh, it's a great idea.
but I won't half-ass it,
yeah.
and I don't have enough money for a proper one.
Yeah. Electric kits now, you can get pretty decent
cheap.
ones for a good price.
2,000, I think.
Yeah,
is kind
well,
of the
I
mark.
picked one up used for $1,000.
Oh.
And this was like,
Is it
3 years ago?
pressure sensitive?
yeah.
That's my only requirement.
Yeah.
I don't want to like if I want to hit.
If you hit it light and you hit it hard, it's the same sound.
Okay.
No, this has got like sensitivity and mesh heads and stuff like that.
Okay, because I was looking at one at Long and McQuaid, and it was like 2,000, and it wasn't. No matter where you hit it, it would do this. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to wait. But also, time.
Totally. man.
I would love to learn the guitar.
Yeah.
I
Guitar's great.
I picked it up a little bit in COVID. I was using a program called Musician, sponsor us.
Yeah. I've heard of it. Yeah.
It like picks up. It knows what you're playing essentially,
Right.
and it's similar to like Guitar Hero, which I played.
Yeah, except for the real guitar.
I didn't get to the point where it's teaching me notes, but I learned chords, and it's not notes, but what's it called?
Frets?
Frets.
Okay.
Fret?
Hey.
Right?
Look at this guy.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a guitar.
Okay.
He can actually play.
A little bit.
You sent
Nice.
that clip. You were playing Cherry Wine, and I was like, "That's
Yeah.
complicated. That's finger picking, right?"
Yeah, my problem with the guitar is I just like, I'll listen to something and I'm like, I want to learn how to play that lick. And then I'll learn how to play the lick. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
I did it.
That is the one thing about guitar is that, well, it's like any instrument. Like you just need to consistency is basically like the best thing that you can
I think
do
that
for
goes
yourself.
for life.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's really true. Consistency is key.
Staying sharp.
Yeah.
I would ideally, in a perfect world, I would love to learn a guitar as well as piano. I gravitate towards, like, I will just listen to piano music sometimes.
I wish I
beautiful.
learned piano
Yeah.
as a kid.
I'm sure you could cross over.
I've dabbled.
Yeah.
It's funny because I actually, before I started the band, this was maybe 2013. I was like, I want to play piano and I want to be able to, I don't want to be like crazy. I just want to be able to sit down at a piano and play and sing a song.
Yeah.
So I didn't actually really play guitar for like a year. I just played piano.
Good for you.
And taught myself like some Beatles tunes and
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
A few of those things. And I got, but I stopped and now I suck again.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah. It's
But
one of
at
those
least you
things.
have like an advanced knowledge of music and notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, like for me, drumming, it's like I know what a 16th and an 8th, and I know how to do rhythm, and I can read sheets if it's in drum,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
If it's in
yeah.
percussion, like I can play a whole, I used to play like Pirates of the Caribbean music and,
Okay.
and Harry Potter and like
Yep.
that kind of shit. And then that was like the one band, and then obviously jazz. We would play like Oil Come Va and In the Midnight Hour and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So when I was great, I was really good. But I got to high school. I'm not gonna oust the teachers. I just don't like ousting people. But part of percussion is piano. I came
Totally.
to realize.
That's why I
Piano's
think piano.
percussion player.
Yeah. I think that's why piano is so cool.
But they either didn't want to teach me or didn't have the time because of the size of the class. And it's
Yeah,
a public
yeah.
school. And so, but they wanted to, part of the passing grade is to do tests on notes. But I'm like, I've never been taught it because I was taught drums only.
Right.
And the band, shout out to Mr. Bear. He's an amazing, he actually reminds me of the guy from Whiplash a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Very intense,
Yeah,
looks the
yeah.
same.
Yeah.
But he was managing fucking everybody, kids. So he knew I
Yeah.
could play the drums, and he didn't really teach me anything further, nor had the time. But I got to high school and they wouldn't teach me, and I just kind of got discouraged.
Yeah.
Kind of fell out of love with it.
Yeah. Having a good teacher and a good mentor is super beneficial.
Yeah, it's a cheat
Super
code.
beneficial.
I find.
Yeah. It totally is. man.
It's like a cheat code
Because
for life.
you have your own person there to like give you some visual
yeah,
to where to go and
or where to even
someone to
start.
guide you, right? Like
Yeah.
it's always nice to have someone who knows more to just kind of show you the way.
They've gone through the ringer. as
Yeah.
they would say.
Every great artist usually has some kind of mentor,
Yeah,
whether it's a teacher or parent or
yeah,
peer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've
would-
learned a lot from just playing with different people, like, because no matter, like, if someone is, like, skill-wise better or worse than you, like, you can always learn something from someone.
100%. Like I brought Drew kind of in this videography world. How long ago now? A few years ago.
I was gonna say.
So
you
he's
guys were
very
talking about
new.
mentors.
But I
Yeah.
mean, he teaches me stuff all the fucking time. I'm editing and he's like, hey, you ever did this? And I was like, what? You can do that?
Yeah.
He was talking about how, mentors are not less skill or more knowledge. You can always learn from people.
Oh yeah.
And I was saying, you teach me shit all the time.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
both just learning off each other constantly.
Yeah.
It's what it's all about, man. Like, yeah, being open to learning and expanding your knowledge
Yeah.
from anybody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seek. It's that ADHD meme. It's like either you're just can't do anything, or I seek knowledge and it has the giant brain with the veins on it. Or just creatives in general. I find it's like
for sure.
you're either on or you're off.
Yeah.
There's no in between. There's no-
Yeah.
At least for me, there's not really a
Yeah.
balance. It's
It's a tough thing to juggle sometimes.
oh my God, 100%.
Yeah.
Especially just like career in any kind of art.
Yeah.
I feel like most parents are like, maybe not do that. But
Yeah. Oh, you want
Yeah.
to do art? You want to be a photographer? Are you sure?
yeah. Or you want to make music in a band? Like, how are you going to do that?
exactly. I think
So-
that my parents were kind of like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes
Nice.
sense that that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's like, it's just what I know well. So to be able to do it full time, I'm like super lucky.
Yeah, for sure. Because I feel like it's pretty rare. As much as
It is,
the music
yeah,
industry
totally.
is huge, if you really think about it, like who is actually doing it full time? Probably not many.
Yeah, not a whole lot of people, for sure.
Like in the thousands, I would say.
Yeah, I
Like globally.
yeah. I mean, there are people who are full-time musicians, but I think it's more rare in this area, especially.
Yeah. I was talking about
Small
that the other night.
Yeah, exactly.
How like bands like, I fucking love the Arkells, like they're so good, but they just never like reach that next like Grammy level. Do you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had someone just like, they were telling me it's hard for Canadians sometimes, Canadian bands and artists, because it's such a big country and it's so spread out,
Yeah,
and the population is nothing compared to the
Yeah.
United States. So it's like, it's so much easier to gain traction and tour in the United States because you just hop to the next city and there's like 1 million people there.
yeah,
Whereas, you know, Ontario is more dense, but it's like if you want to tour Canada, like you're traveling far as fuck.
it's funny because we were just talking about that after we played California. We're like, man, you can drive for like 12 hours straight in Ontario and still be in Ontario. Whereas like in the States, you can drive and like hit a few states. You know what I mean? That's why I think a lot of people want to tour the States, because you can cover a lot of ground. You can cover a lot of cities and a lot of great venues in,
It's,
you know,
it's the home of Nashville and the music industry and Hollywood and cinema. And, you know, it's just, that's what
Yeah.
America is.
because if you want to tour Ontario out to BC, it's you're going to be on the road for, a few weeks.
Yeah. And how many people are you seeing?
Yeah.
Probably not nearly as much.
No.
You
but
could
if
see
you're on the
more
road for a few weeks in
In
the
Amer-
States, you're hitting
Yeah.
all kinds of places.
Yeah. Like what is New York City? Like 9 million? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Toronto, our biggest city in the entire country is 2 and a bit, maybe 3.
Yeah,
So
wild.
just the population size and difference, and also industry.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very different.
Definitely.
But the same for cinema. Is like for a long time it was Vancouver or LA.
Yeah.
Those are your choices, and then Toronto started blooming and growing
Yeah.
and shooting stuff, and Hamilton, and now it's different, but very hard. Still hard.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be a tough go, but these kind of like career paths are usually what you make of them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I do. Well, the thing is, I love living here. And
Yeah. So do I, man.
I sacrifice that opportunity to grow faster.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I get to do fun stuff like this.
Yeah.
Instead.
Because, like when we were in California, you look around and you feel the weather and you're like, man, this is amazing. But then you go on Instagram and someone takes a photo of the pier and it's just covered in snow and you're like, I miss that kind of. How do I miss that? Why do I miss that?
Want to know my
I would love to.
my thoughts about at least the seasons here? It's like sometimes I hate the fucking cold, and so if it's always beautiful, you're just gonna won't appreciate it anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
And so when it's fucking shitty out, when
Yeah.
you're shoveling slush and warming your car up in the morning and got to brush everything off, and then when spring hits, you're like, oh my God, it is so beautiful outside.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what we had that, but like over the course of like 8 hours. You know what I mean? Because we went from like dead winter, -20, snow everywhere, but then we flew and it was basically like California right now feels like our spring.
Yeah.
So,
And I think they take it for granted down there.
oh, for sure. They're like, oh man, it's so cold.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, you have no idea.
We'd be in shorts and they're throwing a sweater
Totally,
on.
man. And then when we got back, the drive home was so brutal, man.
So flew there, drove back.
No, so sorry. When we flew back and then drove from Toronto back home,
Yeah.
the
Shitty winter commute.
oh man, it was like all of the bad stuff. It was like black ice, snow covered roads. You couldn't see the lines. There was whiteouts. The wind was crazy. There's like
It sucks.
it's just nuts, man. It took us like 3 hours to get home from Pearson.
Builds character though.
Oh, it does.
Creates
It does.
stories.
Yeah, for sure.
some camaraderie maybe in the car.
Totally, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Stuff you would miss otherwise.
Yeah. That's the great thing about touring with Fred and those guys is like the shows are always great, but like they're just good people.
The hangs
are great. We always just like laugh, have a good time. Doesn't feel like work sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's you know, because when you do freelance work, you just never know. You know, a band can ask you to sit in, and it's like, okay, I'll take this gig, but like sometimes the hangs aren't good, or sometimes the shows are off. Like, but with this setup, like I'm super lucky. Like everything's cool, everything's good, and everything's like fun and super enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's
been
good.
Great, yeah.
I've talked to a lot of musicians and some pretty famous ones, but they've told me about like behind the scenes at oh God, I apologize. What's the Canadian version of the Grammys?
Oh, the
Oh fuck.
oh no.
I'm blanking.
So am I.
Can you just look that up quickly? Sorry everybody. Sorry music lovers.
During the trade war, and you forget
Fuck.
the...
Why am I blanking on that?
Yeah. The Junos.
The Junos.
Jesus.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
boys.
Sorry. Fuck.
Holy
Sorry, everybody. The Junos. I apologize. The Junos. I'm not going to say who. I'll tell you after.
Okay,
He
yeah.
was saying how the leads. Oh, I can talk about the lead singer because I think he's in jail now for like pedophilia and stuff. But,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
what's his face? I don't want to sing because I'm not a singer, but.
No, do it.
Do it.
Do it. Sing
I don't
it.
know the song.
Sing it.
I don't
Yeah,
even
you
know the
do.
lyrics.
Yeah, you do. Sing it.
Do wanna love you.
Headley.
Headley, that's it. So this particular,
Headley,
so this guy, super nice guy, very popular band, Canadian band. I was talking to him, and he was telling me how much of a fucking asshole this guy was.
Heard that, yeah.
And he comes off as super nice, but in behind the scenes, he was just like
Piece of shit.
essentially like, "You are nothing. Like, don't talk to me," sort of thing. And the guy from Headley would host
like-
the Junos and stuff, right?
Yeah,
So he
okay.
probably thinks he's a big shot, and he was a huge Canadian artist. But I'm okay talking about this now because now he got caught for doing some not good stuff. So,
Really fucked.
yeah,
What's wrong with people?
I don't know. They get in their own head.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I don't want to keep you too long, man. This has been some.
Oh,
this-
yeah.
As we say, a good hang.
Dude, totally. This
Yeah.
has been great, man.
Yeah, this is fun. This is a good podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely.
Covered a lot of
Lot of ground.
ground.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah,
like
we're gonna have to do a part 2.
we say that a
Yeah.
lot because like we
Yeah.
had people in like Hannah Dolson,
Yep.
who's a musician. I'm
Yep.
like, okay, we're probably gonna talk about music the whole time, and then half the podcast we're talking about anime,
Yeah.
and it's so exciting to me because I'm very just like, oh, where are we going with this?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's the beauty of like not having everything completely laid out,
Catered.
you know?
Yeah.
Because you just never know where it's gonna go. Like,
Or what kind of person you are.
yeah, exactly. And you know, if everything is laid out and scheduled, you might not get to talk about Lord of the Rings. You
Yeah.
might
What
not
a
get
tragedy.
to talk about Stanley Kubrick and
yeah,
like
David Lynch.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool because, you know, most people know me as the music guy, and that is,
But you have a life.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I
have
like a lot of
interests.
other things too, and it's cool to come on and talk about a lot of that other stuff because, like, you know, I have 2025. I'm like really excited for, man. It's a lot of really cool. There was a lot of really cool changes in 2024 for me. A lot of really big pivots. Things have been really, really cool. But, you know, last year, I think it was in the spring around March, I was in a recording studio recording some of my own stuff. And I kind of put it on the back burner a little bit just because of everything else that is going on. But I ended 2024 in a recording studio, and I started 2025 in a recording studio again. So
Fuck yeah.
got some. I'm just really excited to finally put out some original music just because I've been so focused on covers for years.
Are we talking more Jesse Murphy Trio type of originals?
Excuse me. Yeah, so it's like Jesse Murphy original music.
Nice. Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time coming. It's been like I've written music for a long time, but I think around like 2017 really started going hard on the gigs and the covers. And then every year I would just say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to do some stuff. And I just never did because it's like, okay, we got to add new cover tunes to the repertoire just to keep things fresh for everybody, including us. And then
you got to play gigs, got to make money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's like, cover gigs is what makes my living usually for the most part. So I focus a lot of time on that. But now that I'm doing music full time, I get to have a little bit of extra time to put into my own stuff. I feel like it's really starting to pay off, and I'm really stoked to share all that stuff
Sweet.
with everyone. Yeah.
Nice.
It's like last year, I think it was in January, I released a solo song that I did live in Hamilton at the Mule Spinner. And it was really cool. But since then, I've been in a recording studio and I recorded a full band version of that song. And now that all the people that I play with are great, and then they know a bunch of great musicians. So it's like, Costa knows, he's got his own 11-piece like jazz fusion band. So I've had, I've made some really great relationships with a lot of really great players. They're called World's Tallest Man Saves Dolphin, by the way. Shout out to
These names, I love it.
But yeah, so so we're adding like keyboards and saxophone and all this cool stuff, and I'm really, really, really stoked to make it all come to life. And
Sick.
because you play enough cover gigs and people eventually start to ask, like, do you write your own music? Like, what's
Yeah.
the deal there? And I've always said, yeah, I do. And they're like, oh, where can I find it? It's like, oh, I don't.
In my notebook.
Yeah. You want to come over into my studio? I've got a computer full of them.
Yeah.
But it's been cool to go into the recording studio with some really great players and make these songs come to life.
That's awesome.
So hopefully by the end of this month or the beginning of next month, I'll have a song out.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll share the hell out of it.
Cool, man. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Where can people find you? How do they hire you for gigs and stuff?
So you can find me on Instagram or Facebook, Jesse Murphy Trio on Facebook and Jesse Murphy Music on Instagram. Yeah.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Any upcoming gigs we should know about? This might come out afterwards. This will be like, we're a little behind.
Yeah. No worries.
This will be a month out probably.
I'm always playing. I always post my gigs for the month usually on Instagram or Facebook. So if you guys follow me on those platforms, you'll see where I'm playing.
Sweet.
All my public stuff I'll post.
And if someone wants to hire you, just DM you?
Yeah.
Send you a message?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Send me a message. Set something up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Cool.
Well, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Go listen to his music, go follow him, and go watch David Lynch.
Yes.
Have a good whatever day this comes out.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks.